And the CCTV footage showed a Probox trailing or following Cyrus Jirongo after he just entered the petrol station. And many Kenyans and many media stations have alleged that maybe the Probox was already carrying Jirongo's dead body, and when these white Mercedes-Benz of Mr. Cyrus Jirongo joined the highway, you see there were no vehicles on the road, right? This one being maybe against the previous report, which said that there was a jam on the road. Kenyans are alleging that the Probox which was following Mr. Cyrus Jirongo was the one carrying his remains. And that few seconds that Mr. Cyrus Jirongo joined the highway, they are alleging that the body was exchanged from the Probox to the white Mercedes-Benz, and that is when you see the climax bus hitting the car. Upon my recent videos that I've been uploading on this platform, videos about murder, mysterious murder cases that happened, I brought you a story of Francis Nyaruri, I brought you a story of Sarah Mbovi, and Kenyans flocked my DM, asking me to do some research and to do some analysis on the death of the late Cyrus Jirongo. And it is why today I bring you this story. Cyrus Jirongo's death. My good people, you all saw the CCTV footage. And the CCTV footage showed a Probox trailing or following Cyrus Jirongo after he just entered the petrol station. And many Kenyans and many media stations have alleged that maybe the Probox was already carrying Jirongo's dead body, and when these white Mercedes-Benz of Mr. Cyrus Jirongo joined the highway, you see there were no vehicles on the road, right? This one being maybe against the previous report, which said that there was a jam on the road. Kenyans are alleging that the Probox which was following Mr. Cyrus Jirongo was the one carrying his remains. And that few seconds that Mr. Cyrus Jirongo joined the highway, they are alleging that the body was exchanged from the Probox to the white Mercedes-Benz, and that is when you see the climax bus hitting the car. So they are again alleging that maybe the climax bus was again the plan, within the plan, was already set on the highway, so that after the exchange of the body, the dead body to enter the Mercedes-Benz, then the climax bus to come and hit Mr. Cyrus Jirongo's car. Then what will the news say? It is an accident. And that is why you see the driver of the climax bus giving maybe some contradicting information to what is on the ground. And that is what has led or arose to many questions within Kenyans' mind. And it is why I'm here again to help with the analysis. So my good people, you know very well that in Kenya, road accidents happens every day. And names appear briefly in headlines, photos flash across screens, and by morning, the story moves on. But sometimes an accident refuses to stay silent, like this one of Mr. Cyrus Jirongo. And they tell us sometimes questions linger. You see the questions we are having. I'm sure even if it was a plan that a human being planned, then he regrets to death why he planned the plan, or why he set the plan at a place where CCTV cameras are. So on a cold December night, along the Nairobi Nakuru Highway, former cabinet secretary and veteran politician Cyrus Jirongo lost his life in what authorities described as a tragic road crash. Yet, hours after his death, something unusual began to happen. CCTV footage surfaced. Timelines conflicted. A mysterious Toyota Probox appeared in the final minutes of his journey, and Kenyans began asking a dangerous question. Was this really just an accident? And when Kenyans asked this, I saw even some tribalists coming and saying, Luyas and Luos, you don't accept death. You don't accept natural death. Every death you must pin it with something. And I told them, and for you to find Luyas questioning a death, then there must be something behind it. The other day, I was burying one of our pastors here in Kitengela who lived in Busia. And my good people, we went for that burial. We were almost killed. Why? The brothers to this man alleged that the wife had killed the husband. So listening from just outside people, you will see that maybe these people are just want to take the wealth of the husband. But later on, we come to learn that it is true. Before the death of this man, the woman had already locked the accounts of the husband. Then it throws a lot of questions. Then what is going on here? These people might be right. So never judge, never question when the people of the dead man, of the deceased, arise with questions, because the dead can't talk. The only people who can talk for the dead are the people who are closely related to this man, and probably this is the immediate family, not even the family that he has given birth to, but your brothers and your sisters. So tonight we examine the facts, the footage, the unanswered gaps, and the silence that followed. This is not just a speculation. That is what is known and what remains unexplained. And that is why I'm here with a little bit of the explainer. Welcome to the Bob Shakula Show. If you're new here, I encourage you to subscribe, to watch my previous murder tales, murder explanations, real stories which happened in this country. Welcome, and let's dive into who was Cyrus Jirongo first. To understand the weight of this case, we must understand the man behind the case, the man behind the tough question, that was his death really natural? Cyrus Jirongo was no ordinary Kenyan. He served as a cabinet minister, a member of parliament for Lugari, and remained deeply connected to political and business networks long after leaving office. He was outspoken, influential, and at times controversial. Why am I saying this? You remember the interview he did on this channel called Alpha House. This interview was by him and Babu Owino, also him and Edwin Sifuna. In fact, after his death, these are the interviews, the clips from the interviews are the ones which trended. And from the look of things, he was verily against the leadership of the current President William Samoei Ruto. Those close to him describe him as a man who knew how power worked and how quickly it could turn. By 2025, Jirongo was no longer in frontline politics, but he remained connected. And in Kenya, connections never truly fed. You know very well, connection is everywhere. They even tell us in Matanga, without connection, you won't get served food. So that is Cyrus Jirongo for you. We also know him for very many things. The 500 shillings which was being used by the Youth Kenya 1992, where the current President William Samoei Ruto was his handman. And for you to find someone like that being against the president, it means he knows many things. He exposed many things. They are verily on the internet. But tonight, I want us to do this for this analysis of his death. So my good people, the final nights begin. And on the night of December 13th, Jirongo spent the evening in Nairobi. According to investigators, he left the city in the early hours of the morning, driving his Mercedes-Benz towards Nakuru. Something that maybe before the CCTV footage arose, the brothers were not with it. They were saying, no, our brother can't leave Gigiri or maybe to Karen, then his car found in Nakuru. And the person he spent the night with, even he is on record, that was the current Speaker of the National Assembly, that is Mr. Wetangula. There was nothing unusual about the journey until 2:18 a.m. CCTV cameras at a petrol station in Karai along the Nairobi-Nakuru Highway captured his vehicle entering the station. He did not refuel. He did not park. He slowed, paused, and then drove towards the exit. And that is well captured in the CCTV. And here, it's only a matter of seconds that mattered. I want you to be keen on this. My good people, I want you to get or to sit back, relax, and get every point on this CCTV footage. And let us slow it down. At 2:18 and 40 seconds a.m., Jirongo's car enters the petrol station, as you can see it. At 2:19 with 10 seconds, he stops briefly near the exit. At 2:19 with 19 seconds, you see it's just a matter of seconds. Seconds here matter. He makes a turn, changing directions, and 6 seconds later, a passenger bus is seen ramming into his vehicle. And from what you can see, the impact is fatal, deadly, and authorities say it was a head-on collision. And the footage raises questions. Why enter the station and exit so quickly? Right? Those are the questions. And why change direction at the last moment? This guy was headed towards Nakuru, believing he was going to Western. Then why just after entering the petrol station? Right? No refueling, then just changing direction back to Nairobi. And why does another vehicle appear moments later? Why? Were they in communication? And if they're in communication, why had the Probox guy not yet come to record a statement? Leave alone even the 65 lawyers or passengers. Sorry for saying lawyers, but you believe they were lawyers because they were headed to Western. Leave alone them not coming to record a statement. This vehicle that was trailing him, why has it not recorded a statement yet? Because on a clear murder, clear situation, natural accident, they would have come to record a statement. Yes. So my good people, here comes the Probox question. And less than a half a minute after Jirongo's vehicle enters the station, a white Toyota Probox follows. You saw that. Here is the white Probox, Toyota Probox, that has even made me come to do this analysis. Because we believe so hard that maybe part of us and part of the media, part of the speculators believe so much that Jirongo's body might have been in this Probox and might have been exchanged. Then the bus might have been alerted to come and hit Jirongo's Mercedes-Benz. That is what is being alleged. And I want you, after this video, I want you to tell us maybe your opinions. So less than half a minute after Jirongo's vehicle entered the station, a white Toyota Probox follows. It does not stop. Again, it does not fuel. I'm telling you, seconds mattered here. It passes through. And to some viewers, this means nothing. And to others, it means everything. Why? Why would Jirongo just come, enter the fuel station, then no fueling, gets back on the road in seconds. Then this Probox again, no fueling, gets back on the road. Might have Jirongo, even if Jirongo was still in the car, might he have suspected that maybe, might he have just suspected that maybe I'm being trailed? So to some viewers, that meant nothing, but to others, even you watching this show, it means everything. So, security analysts have questioned whether Jirongo was being trailed. Was the petrol station a spontaneous decision? Or was it a reaction? A reaction, maybe. Someone might be following me. Let me enter this station, see if they will again trail me. Then, hey, even if it was a reaction, then that one proves that he was being trailed. No official explanation has been given about the Probox. No occupants in the Probox have been identified, and no public clarification. In Kenya, silence often speaks louder than words or than answers. I tell you, the silence between these events, the silence of the passengers who are in the bus, the silence of the people in the Probox is even louder than the interview of the driver who was interviewed, maybe after the accident. It's louder because in Kenya, silence speaks louder than answers. And it is that silence that even makes us analyze this CCTV footage and the occurrence before the death of the late Honorable Cyrus Jirongo. Get it on with me. So, my good people, again, let us analyze the bus and the driver. You saw very well the bus driver coming to defend himself. But it is so absurd, it looks bad when you give something on the internet or on the media station, then some things on the ground, the CCTV footage, appear, and whatever the CCTV footage communicate largely show clear that whatever you're talking or whatever you're presenting to the news stations are lies. Then this is why, I tell you, this is why analysts have come up. This is why speculations have risen about the death of the late Mr. Cyrus Jirongo. So the bus involved belonged to Climax Coaches, and the driver was arrested, questioned, and later released on bail. His account suggested that Jirongo was overtaking, but CCTV footage shows a largely clear road. In fact, no lights, nothing. Yes, no aggressive overtaking, no overtaking kabisa. No visible obstruction. And the contradiction remains unresolved. Why? Whatever the driver is saying, whatever the driver is talking or yapping to the media station is way different from what the ground is speculating. If there is a person who wished technology would not have been there till this date, is this driver. He really wishes that even cameras will not have existed. Because with this, I don't know if the person, why is he not arrested? I'm expecting that the person should have been arrested the moment the CCTV came. If this was just a natural death and the guy really got involved in this accident, and TSA should have already arrested this driver, because whatever he talked, whatever evidence he produced, whatever the eyewitness recording he recorded, then he lied. And the CCTV footage never lie, because they record with time, exact time. Then we tend to ask ourselves, are those that the DCI doing investigations or containment? The DCI promised a full investigation and more CCTV footage, witness statements, forensic analysis. This is what they promised. Yet, weeks later, key questions remain unanswered. Who owned the Probox? Why has the footage not been fully addressed? Why? I'm expecting after even the people at the station provide the CCTV footage, it is not we the media or we the further state who should be analyzing this. In fact, we should be getting these from directly the DCI website or the DCI publishings about the CCTV footage. In fact, they should be the first ones to analyze this, not us. Then why has the footage not been fully addressed? Why was the case quickly framed as a routine accident? Because for the DCI to come, I'm even getting it that maybe the hotel that DCI said Jirongo was there, the management has refused and refuted the claim that Jirongo never stepped his foot there. Then what is going on? Is it investigation or containment? Yes, why was the case quickly framed as a routine accident? If you get well, even Mike Sonko begged the Kenyans to forgive him because he judged according to the driver's occurrence, driver's statement. And the driver's statement, the CCTV footage rubbished the driver's statement. And that is why people were shocked that maybe this one was a framed routine accident. Then history reminds us many high-profile deaths in Kenya begin with urgency, then end in silence. And bet not, this one will end in silence. You remember the death of that boy who was killed in the police station. Is it Albert Ojwang? After the president getting involved, giving the family some money, that is how silent we came. So take note very well. The burial of Mzee Jirongo will play a major role on whether these speculations will continue or they will end in silence. He might be even given a state burial. Hey, or something big will happen that will try to bring silence on this. I'll come here again with this analysis. So subscribe and wait, because that one is a prediction on this platform. What will matter if this one will continue being an urgency matter or end in silence is the burial of Mzee Cyrus Jirongo. And I have a lot of analysis which I'll be dropping tomorrow about these ladies who came up. You see, remember these, there are some ladies in Kenya, socialites, who are just open that they do sell their bodies. And they came up saying that, oh, Jirongo helped me. They say lawyers are not generous, but Jirongo helped me so much. Imagine you are the daughter or the son to your dad. Then you find a Gen Z girl, maybe just a small girl, trying to say how maybe she sold her. Oh, that is terrifying. Subscribe. I'll be analyzing that tomorrow, and you shall get more on this. I know a good number of you watching this video might be wondering, why does this case matter? I want to confirm with you, I want to remind you that this is not just about Cyrus Jirongo. It is about trust. When evidence raises questions, the public deserves answers. When silence replaces transparency, suspicion grows. Justice does not only mean arrests, it means clarity. Tomorrow it might be you. Tomorrow it might be your family members. Tomorrow it might be your son. Tomorrow it might be your father or dad. Imagine, that is your dad, that is your father, who has lost his life. That is your son. That is your friend, close friend, who has lost, whom you've lost. How will you feel when the evidence upon his death raises questions? You will need answers. You will deserve the answers. And when you realize that the silence is replacing transparency, suspicion will grow. And justice does not only mean arrests, it means clarity. You will deserve clarity. When you saw the brothers of Cyrus Jirongo and even former MP Gumo deserving or wanting clarity, this is not just a matter of joke. You won't need that 2 million from Mr. President. You will need clarity. You will need answers, and you will deserve the answers and clarity. Yes. So before I conclude this video, I want to introduce you to Gloha Sacco, the only Sacco in Kenya where you are allowed to save for 3 months. And after 3 months, you start enjoying benefits like loans up to 3 times your savings. Gloha Sacco. You are not saving. What are you doing? Save with Gloha Sacco. Avoid mobile apps, mobile loan apps. They will kill you. Mobile loan apps, they'll give you more interest and more penalties. 8 days. With Gloha Sacco, after investing, imagine borrowing 10,000 or any loan and paying it with 1% after a month. 10k, you can't borrow 10k on a mobile app. You'll return, I don't know, with 3,000 shillings on top or 4,000 shillings. But with Gloha Sacco, only 1%. 1%, what does that mean? 10,000, it's only 100 shillings interest. then why don't you join Gloa Sacco? Gloa Sacco, I've pinned the link below this video on the first comment. Come there, join the group, and there is someone there, Elizabeth, who will help you know more or get registered into the Sacco. Let's join the Sacco. It has many things. It helps you buy land. Those who are watching us from Gulf, I'm sure you've been saving with Gloa Sacco. You can buy land. You can't just come from abroad and find your money squandered. Invest with Gloa Sacco. Even those living in US, you want a land, you want a house. They can build you a home, standard home. With Gloa Sacco. Find it on the internet, then join the group. It is here below this video. So in conclusion, Cyrus Jirongo died on a dark highway. What followed was confusion and quietness. Whether accident or something more, one truth remains. The full story has not been told. And until it is, this case will continue to haunt Kenya's conscience. The end. Thank you so much for watching the Bob Shakwila Show. Subscribe and turn on the notification because I will continue analyzing the death till maybe we get closer to the full story. Thank you so much. God bless you.